Alright guys, you guys know internet problems, so we're going to make this quick. AMC not only released episode 5, but episode 6 trailers. I actually saw the episode 6 trailer before 5. It took me like a day to find 5. I'm like, where the hell's 5? Anyway, let's just discuss since they already released it, and it looks like it's, again, bottle episode. We don't need to watch episode 5 to understand 6. That's the way I feel about it. I could be wrong, but let's get right into this. What we do know right now is it looks like a bottle episode with Abraham, Sasha, and Daryl. Now I am very excited about that for 3 reasons. 1, Abraham, we get to see more of him. 2, Sasha, we get to see her transition away from having attitude and being depressed, and I think that's going to win over a lot of fans, and she looks awesome and amazingly gorgeous in this trailer, so keep an eye out for that. And then Daryl, yeah, I know you guys are sick of Daryl, but we do get to explore new characters through Daryl, because we already saw that in the trailer, so I'm very excited for all 3 of those points. Now let's talk about Daryl. He's either in the woods because he's lost, he tried taking a shortcut, and something went wrong. But I do want to point out he also has blood on his hands, so he could have got injured somehow, or maybe something happened that forced him to split off from them two, Abraham and Sasha. But he does have a good amount of blood on his hand. We could see a little bit in this image. And another thing, he has this bag. It looks like an army canvas bag. Now, he didn't have it earlier. As far as I know, I didn't see it when he was on the motorcycle. But ironically enough, or curiously enough, it's the same bag that the new girl character is carrying. Now, why is this? What is it about this bag? Is it Daryl's bag and we just didn't see it because of the camera angles? Or is it Dwight's bag? I'm calling him Dwight. We don't know if he's Dwight yet. Let's call him maybe Dwight. Is it Dwight's bag and Daryl somehow took it or stole it or grabbed it after he was a captive or maybe even before? I don't know. Give me your thoughts and opinions. If you say yo-yo, I'll come through this camera and I will slap you. They already did a yo-yo. It would be nice if it was a couple bricks of weed. That would be awesome. And then I would fully understand why Dwight is pissed off and coming after him then. That was a joke. Now moving on to Abe and Sasha, it looks like they're in a car accident or something happened that separates them from Daryl, which is odd because they were going very slow in the last episode leading the herd away. So for whatever reason they had to speed up. Now I'm thinking maybe it's not just them leading the walkers away is the reason they had to speed up. Maybe something happens with people because we see Sasha and Abraham shooting, and in one of the clips Sasha says there could be more. She's like, damn it, I can't remember now. She's like, I don't know if we should rush in there could be more, you know? She doesn't say those exact words, but it gives that vibe, like, don't go over there could be more of them. Then I was thinking, is she talking about the wolves? Do they run into a couple wolves that were fleeing? That would make sense. Or is she talking about just walkers? I don't know if she would because there's always more walkers, you know what I mean? Maybe they do run into a little band of bandits on the road, who knows? They could even be saviors. That would actually be pretty cool if they ran into saviors and no one said anything. We just knew they look like bikers, you know? That would be pretty badass. Anyway, moving along. One interesting thing here is Abraham is in this building and I couldn't figure out why they would ditch the mission and go into a building. Then I was like, hey, maybe they're looking for Daryl, but they show a walker at the window inside the same building, it looks like. So then I'm thinking, if the walker's there, Daryl wouldn't be in the building or else he would have killed the walker. So what are they doing in the building? Then I seen this image of a fuel company truck and it got me thinking, do they somehow get separated, find this fuel company and think to themselves, ooh, we could possibly steal this truck full of fuel and bring it back to Alexandria? Again, I am not even thinking this through because I'm thinking fuel, they gotta be whatever. I don't even know if that's even possible at this point in time in the apocalypse. I don't know how that works. I don't even know how they store it. I'm just saying, could there be some form of fuel that they want to take and they go into this building, which is like an office, not a house, looking for keys to a truck or keys to a room or keys to a shed or something? Keys to a different part of the warehouse or the fence? I don't know. Well, that wouldn't make sense. Anyway, the reason why I say that is because the look of the inside where Abraham is at, it looks like an office. Because look at the door handle. That doesn't look like the door handle of a home. It looks more like a set of offices. And then look at the lock on the outside where the walker is. That doesn't look like a home deadbolt. I mean, it could, but it looks more like ones we see in businesses. Maybe the house is connected to the fuel company in some way, and they're going to scavenge it for something. Now, what's going on here in this episode makes me very, very curious and interested for episodes 7 and 8, because we know that episode 5 seems to be continuing with the buildup of the No Way Out storyline. Again, if you haven't seen that, click on this eye, whether you're a phone or laptop, drop down, click on No Way Out. Be careful, comic book only spoilers, no TV spoilers, we don't know what's going to happen on TV. Anyway, and then episode 6 could possibly be the introduction and backstory to Dwight and possibly the Saviors. So that would be interesting as well, and I'm not saying we're going right into the Saviors. It's very possible they run into a little outpost of Saviors, 3 or 4 of them that were doing something in this area, and Abraham and Sasha killed them, and that's that. Yeah, that's very possible. And then we don't see the Saviors till the end of the frickin' season, And when I say Saviors, for those who don't understand, the Saviors come before Negan in the comics, so if they stay true to that. So I just want to make this clear. When I say Saviors, I'm talking about them, not Negan, okay? I know they're one and the same, but the Saviors come first. That's the point of the build-up for Negan, and that I don't think they'll take that away. It's the most interesting part. Anyhow, so that makes me very interested for what's to come in 7 and 8. So I thought it'd be nice to do a predictions for what's coming for the season, the mid-season finale. So leave your thoughts, opinions, and predictions for episodes 6, 7, and 8. How do you think it's going to go down? Will Daryl get back in time for No Way Out? All that in the comment box and more. I'm done talking. It's your turn.
Subscribe now.